for a 5-year period, every single movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk, that all I had said was, just, can we take some of this step and fetch it shit out? And then I can do it. Like, it don't need to be overtly homosexual, because I'm not homosexual, right? It doesn't need that to be funny, right? And me saying that and them going, oh yeah, no problem. And then going to give it to this other guy and having him do it just like it was. And acting like I'm a bad person because I keep standing on my standard. But Kevin told you he wasn't gonna wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision, duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay. All right.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Happy New Year. The new year is off to a cracker. The new year is off to a cracker. It seems like 2024, everybody's just beefing. Everyone is like, you know what? I'm done keeping quiet. I'm gonna say my piece. Katt Williams, Stephen A. Smith, you name it, from sports stars, everyone's just like, nah. We're saying our piece. It's been a very, very violent January. Very violent January with all the smoke. And we're here for it. We're here for it. Today, I'm not even gonna have to give you guys an introduction to all of this. There is no way you've been on social media, on YouTube, without having heard about this interview. There's no way. So I'm just literally gonna go give my thoughts on the whole thing and go over this Abba and Preach video at the same time with you guys. So let's get into it.
It turns out Katt Williams has decided to bring Kevin Hart's ex-wife on tour with him. I didn't believe it when I saw it. I still... If you aren't aware, Katt Williams and Kevin Hart are beefing. They have been for quite some time. Katt Williams feels like he's an industry plant.
He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is?
And that's the crazy thing about all of this. I've said it for the longest time. When I saw the interview, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, if what Katt Williams said during that interview was wrong, why hasn't anyone filed like slander? Surely someone would have come out and tried to sue him by now. But the fact that no one has come out and tried to sue him, that says a lot. That says that probably not everything he said was true, but so much of it was that to file a lawsuit is just going to expose them even further, because now they have to actually present the receipts. So I'm of the notion that Katt Williams, the majority of what he said is true. And him hiring Kevin Hart's ex-wife, that's brilliant.
But it is what it is. What's funny though is that Torrei kept Kevin Hart's name. When artists do that, I think it's weird. But whatever, I get it.
You mean after the divorce, she didn't go back to her?
After the divorce, you don't go back to... It's weird to me.
I'm going to be a Hart until I decide not to be.
It's weird.
He doesn't mind her having it, and her kids want her to keep it too.
And that's fine. I get that. I still think it's weird. And then I'm going to be a Hart. I'm going to be a Hart until I decide not to. So now you're a Hart that goes on tour with Katt. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to be a Hart until you decide not, and now you as a Hart, you decide to go.
I'm going to defend Torrei on that one, because I can imagine, number one, with Torrei, what you call, from what I read, Kevin Hart is the one who cheated on her. So Kevin cheated on her. The kids wanted to keep the name. And I imagine for her career, because she's a comedian, what people don't know is that she actually wrote quite a lot of Kevin Hart's early material, like in the early 2000s. Like, she's a comedian herself. She's actually quite funny if you actually look up her material. I didn't know that much about her until this whole incident, but I actually looked up when I saw Katt Williams hire her, and I was like, huh, she's actually quite funny. So I'd actually defend her in this case of keeping the name, because I'm like, look, the surname is what you call, it's memorable, it's known. And hey, at the very least, I mean, this guy did cheat on you, so you got to get something out of it. So she's got a career out of it. So I'm for it. I can understand where Preach is coming from, saying it's a bit weird. I would imagine in like other contexts, like if you're not a celebrity and you're keeping your ex-husband's name, that's weird. But in the case of it's a celebrity, it's brand recognition, I do get it. I do get it.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty confident that when he left her, he cheated on her.
I
go with the next
understand
woman.
all that. I just is a bit wild. But then again,
I'm just saying.
then again, everybody's cool with the name. It's just the name thing, the name keeping thing. Everybody's cool, then I don't have no business not being cool with it. It's none of my business, right? After that, she goes to tour with Katt. She sees an opportunity. She sees it. Katt's being petty. It is going to be what it is going to be.
Yeah, petty. She could be funny, so who knows on that front. But that's wild.
I think it's really just messing up with her. Because when she goes on tour with Katt, and Katt said, I only bring people that are more funnier than me on tour. If you're not funny and she can't, it really can be a demise.
Fair.
If she is funny, then do you, boo-boo,
I mean, hold
all
on.
day,
if
every
there's
day.
ever an audience that's going to eat up whatever she got to say about her ex-husband, is it not Katt Williams' audience? I mean, just saying. I'm just saying. That's like...
Basically, this is a slam dunk. Like, she is absolutely going to kill it when she goes on tour with Katt Williams. Like, because she is who she is, people are going to want to laugh. They're going to give her every opportunity. So literally, all she has to do is pretty much show up to a half-decent show, and she's gonna kill it. I can imagine this year, her name is gonna blow up quite a bit. I can imagine with this whole Katt Williams interview. I mean, isn't the Katt Williams interview 45 million views in less than a week? And this is like a damn near 3-hour interview. And the crazy thing about the interview, I remember when I was listening to it, I watched it in its entirety. It didn't even feel like 3 hours had gone. Like, I remember literally I was chilling in the house, I was cleaning, I had my headphones on, I was laughing, I was listening to this, and I was thinking to myself, damn, it's nearly over. And then I looked at the time, I'm like, damn, 2 hours, 44 minutes. I'm like, Yeah, that's when you can know that this guy was spitting. He was spitting.
Never seen celebrities respond to
So
a
much.
podcast like they have to this one. I'm talking about everyone coming out the woodwork. You got Ludacris rapping.
Yeah.
Never been Illuminati, only a Ludenati, and I only left with bitches when coming from any party. Now I'm married with kids, the evolution of life. Never been a clout chaser, never say shit for likes. R.I.P. John Singleton. You never have to flex when you earn every one of your Fast and Furious checks. Afro with the sideburns, yeah, that's my signature. Addictions on the rise, comedians check your temperature.
I'm like, bruh, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Katt Williams said something about you joining the Illuminati, and what do you say Luda had to do?
So there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person, they said, was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies.
But him going like after Ludacris and talking so casually about this whole Illuminati thing, like wherever you stand with the whole Illuminati and all that stuff. I mean, when I listen to Katt Williams saying, okay, I'm going to give you 10 million for 20 movies. Fast and Furious is like what? There's Fast 10. So there's Fast 10. They're going to be doing Fast 10 Part 2, and then they're going to close it off with Fast 11. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, it's one of those claims that if you think about it, there is some validity to it, but obviously your mileage may vary. I'll leave that to you to decide.
But I ain't got to address my haters. And all these clips are surfacing. But it's interesting because very few people even really deny
Nobody
what
said
Katt's saying is true.
Yeah.
Which is the most bizarre thing
That's
about
a
all of
crazy
it.
thing.
I would have thought some of y'all be like, no, I got receipts. Nobody.
The only thing that
Even
you
the
guys are
Smiley.
denying, is he can't run that fast and didn't read that many books. The rest, you're not saying shit. That's weird.
Hey, listen.
And again, that's how I can tell that's the most telling part about all of this. The fact that no one has actually come out and said like anything about this. Like if I was Ludacris, for example, if you're coming out and telling me that, hey, it's either I need to shave my pointy tails, I need to do fellatio on a grown man, and I get $10 million for 20 movies, I would come sue the living daylights out of you, because that's the kind of rumor that can really affect my career. But the fact that, number one, you come out with a rap, you don't sue the person. You find with Steve Harvey, I don't need to address my haters. Steve Harvey's the one. I'm pretty sure we can all establish. You listen to the interview. Steve Harvey is lying. Steve Harvey is full of it. He stole jokes. Him and Cedric the Entertainer, they stole jokes. His hair has never been real, but he kept telling us that, I give myself a haircut every week. That was a lie. Like, I think out of all the comedians, like Kevin Hart caught strays, I'd say Steve Harvey and Cedric, they were the two that boom, 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 boom. Like, literally, out of all of them.
What comes after this? Does anything change?
No, nothing changes. It's gonna settle down after 2 weeks. Everybody gonna look at Steve Harvey, a little bit funny and stuff like that. White people are still gonna love him. He's still gonna have his shows, everything. Not much is gonna change. Although for Katt, the whole new respect is born, and he's gonna be able to tour and do his thing. But for the rest of them that got called out, it's gonna be like, man, Cedric is. Go ahead.
I think it did irreparable damage to some of their legacies. Cedric in particular,
Sure.
I think was really hurt by it.
Sure.
I think Steve Harvey much less so because he has a more global audience.
Sure.
I think it skyrocketed Katt into a new level.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the reality about the Hollywood business. Like, look, right now, I made this, first week of January. So I did this first week of January. By the first week of February, we're going to be talking about something new. That's just the way the media works. You know, there's going to be something dramatic that happens, and the attention is going to go to that. And then by mid-year, we're not even going to be talking about it as much. However, I agree with Preach. Katt Williams, his respect through the roof. Like, he came out, he sat down, he said his piece. He looked good saying his piece. I mean, let's be honest. For me, the GIFs, the memes, the stickers that have come from this, I have been using them. These are generational. Like, these are the memes that you use years from now. Like, we're gonna be using him sipping cognac like it's tea. Like, it's gonna be used, like, I can swear to you, like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it's one of those GIFs that's just gonna be like timeless. Like, we're all gonna use it. You can use it in pretty much any context. That's how it is. Yeah, but like, you find with these other entertainers and all that kind of stuff, especially with Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is already, he's already at the tail end of his career. So not much is going to happen. Kevin Hart, I doubt much is going to happen. But the good thing about all of this, for me personally, is that the truth came out. The truth came out. Because for me, I'm like, hey, if you drag my name through the mud like that, oh, best believe I'm coming with receipts. I'm coming with proof that no, this is a liar. So it is what it is. We'll just see how it happens, you know. But now I just wanted to say my 2 cents on it. We're gonna finish out this video with Abba and Preach, and let's see what happens with the rest of 2024. All right, guys, take care.
And I think overall, as far as the Hollywood stuff goes, or all this other talk, I don't think it really changed the legacy of most of the people involved in any strong way. I think it's one of those things where people learn more information, they learn about the industry. So maybe for a lot of people who are unaware before, they get more info. But beyond that, I don't think it really changes much. That's my honest assessment.
It hurt Ced and Ricky Smiley the most. The rest,
Yep.
even Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, it's not gonna change.
No.
It's not gonna. It's gonna bug him. It's gonna hit him.
Yeah.
But other than that, money-wise or globally, it's not gonna change much.
Nope. Ludacris is going to show up in the next Fast and Furious, right? Because he gave up his booty for it. And everybody else going to keep on doing what they do. So that's my honest assessment.